G'day guys, it's Awesome here again. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the best ways to get started on Ark Survival Evolved. I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to basically get flak and a Pteranodon. Basically just an average starter kit. It's one of the quickest and most effective ways. I do it every single time I play this game. It only takes you about maybe roughly around 40 minutes to get a full flak set and a PT, or maybe even 2 PTs, as well as maybe some extra metal to make some metal structures for your starting base. To start, we're over here on Valguero. This is where you want to start. I've just chosen a pretty low populated server, just so no one stuffs around with me, no one messes with me. So you want to spawn at the small islands, of course. So obviously, you know, grab your basics, grab your stone pickaxe, your hatchet, your bow. Now once you've got your bow, obviously go ahead and make some arrows. I'm just gonna make, I don't know, maybe 30. Because you want to kill something for hide as soon as you can. Also, a little side note, keep all the narco berries that you get. Don't drop any narco berries. Just while you're picking fiber, if you happen to get narco berries, make sure you hold on to them. Now the next step I do here is I try to find something easy to kill on the island. Preferably an Ankylo or a Stego. Here we have an Anky. 130, I'm good. But yeah, Ankies or Stegos are usually pretty easy to kill. What level is this one? This is a big stone base. What level is this one? 60. This will do. I'll take a few arrows, but shouldn't be too hard. Alright, once you've killed the Stego or Ankylo or whatever you've killed, obviously use your hatchet to harvest it for hide. Now I'm going to use that hide to craft some bowlers, because the next step in this tutorial is to get a parasaur. I know it sounds a little bit newbie, but trust me, it's going to help you out. Also make a club so you can knock it out. It shouldn't be too hard to find on the island. The server looks to be lagging, yes. There shouldn't be too hard to find on this spawn island. So hopefully I get a low level. Level 20, absolutely perfect. Throw your bowler at it. Sit here and smack it. It might even be better without the club, just because it's faster. There you go, once your parasaur's all knocked out, put some berries in it, of course. Alright, while you wait for him to tame up, the next step is to build a raft. Just a little side note while you're doing this, be sure to split all your raw meat so you can get spoiled meat, obviously for narcotics. The quicker you split it, the sooner you're going to have spoiled meat and the quicker you're going to be able to make narcotics. If you need to kill more creatures for hide, you can. I'm going to need more hide for the raft, so I'm going to kill this Ankylo really quickly. Okay, that Anky took a lot more arrows than expected. Alright, once you have everything you need, go ahead and craft the raft. Feel free to put the raft down wherever you like. I'm just going to hide the sail because it's very annoying. Alright, next step. I've already made one, but you need to make a mortar and pestle. Just place it on your raft wherever you want. You can build a campfire if you want, but that's completely up to you. Chuck what narco berries you have in. I'm going to wait for my meat to spoil. And while I wait for that meat to spoil, I'm going to go kill this Phiomia for some hide, because I need to make a saddle for my parasaur. Scratch that, I'm going to kill this parasaur because that Phiomia was level 135. And those things tank. So yeah, I'm going to kill this Parasaur. Get some hard of it to make my Parasaur a saddle. And then once I do that, I'm going to get some Narco Berries with my Parasaur. Now the reason you want to get narcotics right now is obviously so you can knock out a Pteranodon as soon as possible. You don't need that many narcotics, maybe, I don't know. I usually go for around 20. Once you're ready, make your Parasaur saddle. Wait about 26 years for it to craft. And then chuck it on your brand new tamed Parasaur. I'm going to go around and collect some Narco Berries really quickly. And we'll cut back once I've got enough. Okay, now I've got 216 Narco Berries. That should be plenty. Let's go chuck them in the mortar and pestle and see how many narcotics we can make. Also, my meat has spoiled in the time that I was getting those Narco Berries, which is nice. Boom, just like that, you can make 47 narcotics. That took me 5 minutes to get all those Narco Berries. And that's more than enough. You only need, like I said, roughly around 20. Okay, while those those narcotics are crafting, jump on your Parasaur and put him on the raft. Him, her, female. Put her on the raft. Now the next step is to sail your raft in the direction that I am. I will hold my map up so you can see where I'm going. I'm currently on my way to a little metal spawn. It's more than enough for early game, and yeah, it's extremely helpful just setting up a little tiny sort of work area where you can just farm metal from. Okay, so it's not a very far sail. Sail your boat to roughly these coordinates. 60, 39. I'll just go to orbit camera just so you can see kind of where I am. I'm really not that far from the island. Was that a shark? Anyway, so this is kind of the area that I'm in. Jump off your raft. Also, now that you've got narcotics, keep a lookout for high level Pteranodons, because you'll be able to knock them out with some Trank arrows. Always be on the lookout for high level Pteranodons. Okay, we ran into a small little problem. For some reason there's an Alpha Carno down here. That's the first time that's ever happened. And it's kind of running towards me, so we'll have to try and work around that. So I've just gone up to shore a little bit just to avoid this Alpha Carno. It's kind of a problem, but we'll see what we can do. We might get slaughtered a few times, but anyway. As you can see, down here is where all the metal is. It's more than enough for early game. And this is where you want to set up maybe 2 forges and on a thatch foundation or a wooden foundation. And just top them up with a little bit of metal. I'm just going to craft 1 forge for now because 2 isn't essential. 2 is just handy, but right now I don't have that much hide. So I'm just going to make 1. 1 is enough anyway. So I'm going to grab this hide that I need. Hopefully I get enough. Knowing Ark, I probably won't. Oh, there we go. Lucky enough. So I'll just make up this forge and we'll head down there and start farming up a little bit of metal. It looks like the Alpha Carno kind of got distracted away from the area, so we are lucky enough for that. Hopefully it doesn't come back. So grab your thatch foundation or a wooden foundation, whatever you feel comfortable with, and place it down wherever. I'm just going to place mine here. Close to the wall, kind of hidden, kind of not. Put your forge down. If you've got any metal already, chuck your metal in, chuck your wood in, and start smelting it, because we're going to need to make a smithy as soon as we can. If you don't have any metal by this point, it's alright, you can just go and smack these rocks until you get a little bit. You want to start with around at least 12 raw metal, because that is enough to craft a smithy and a metal pickaxe. And boom, just like that, we've got 36 raw metal cooking up. Nice little start. I'm now going to turn these narcotics into trank arrows. Just like that. See if I can make a few more bowlers. I need thatch. Okay, now that my forge is topped up with wood and we have a little bit of metal going, I'm going to make a smithy, if I can. Of course I need hide. It's also handy to note that you don't need, you can skip this making a smithy step if you can find a raided base with a smithy in it already. But, you know, this is Ark, you're probably not going to get lucky enough to find that. So you might have to make your own smithy, which is what I'm doing now. Once you've got everything to make your smithy, go ahead and make it. Place your smithy anywhere on your thatch foundation, it doesn't really matter where. If it even lets me. Oh, there we go. Right there will do. Now that you've got a smithy, you should be able to make a wood, a metal pickaxe. Beautiful, just like that. So now that I've got a metal pickaxe, I might farm another 2 or 3 metal nodes and put it in the forge, obviously. Obviously, if you didn't know, the reason we got a metal pickaxe is so that we can get more metal from these metal nodes. Because using a stone pickaxe doesn't get you as much metal. I'm sure you guys know that already. If you don't, there you go. It's also not a horrible idea to keep the stone that you're getting. Usually I will drop it, but if you keep the stone, it comes in handy later if you want to make a stone base or something like that. Okay, that's around the average amount of metal I usually put in there off the start. If you're planning on making a metal base right off the start, then you're going to need a little bit more than that. But all I'm going for here is a flak set, a crossbow, some metal tools, and maybe a gun. And 300 raw metal should get me there. If you need any more, there's heaps of metal nodes around this area, obviously, that you can get. It only takes like 5 minutes. Oh, I have a few of my boobs. Whoops. Yeah, there's metal up there and metal all the way down that way as well. So yeah, easy enough if you need more metal. So while that metal smelts, I'm going to take these trank arrows that I crafted before and I'm going to go on the look for a PT. But yeah, just run up this shore and you shouldn't have any problems finding a Pteranodon. This area that I'm in now I find to be the best. I've just run up the shore a little bit. These are my coordinates right now. There's usually a fair few Pteranodons around this area. I'm going to have a quick look. What level is this one? A 95. I mean, you can get a 95 if you want, but I'm looking for maybe a 130 or higher. Boom, just like that. 145. The third Pteranodon I checked. Valguero is super easy for finding high levels. Throw a bowler at it. I usually shoot it 2 times in the head. And then wait about maybe 5 seconds. And then shoot 1 more. And then it should get knocked out. Let's check the stats on this bad boy. Pretty average. Doesn't really matter to me because I'm not going to be keeping this Pteranodon. I'm just doing this for video purposes. But yeah, take note of where you've knocked out this Pteranodon. Maybe mark it on the map if you have to. This is where I've knocked out mine. If you want, you can knock out more than one if you've got enough narcotics. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to knock out one. Just to show you guys how to get a quick starter kit. Alright, after you've knocked out your Pteranodon, you can feed it some narcotics straight away if you want. Up to you. I'll just put a few narco berries into it. But the next step is heading up to the chalk hills to get a sheep. There's plenty of sheep in the chalk hills. You should have no problem finding a sheep up there. But before you go to the chalk hills, make sure you have a parachute ready. I'll show you why you need it later. So if you don't know where the chalk hills is, it's about, well, I'm looking at it right now. That's it over there. Directly ahead of where my marker is on the map. So over there you're going to find a lot of Ovis. And if you didn't know, which most of you probably do, but if you don't, Ovis are some of the best things to tame carnivores with. Carnivores love raw mutton. So it can get pretty dangerous up here. There is a lot of Allosaurus, and it can be T-Rexes. So it's up to you if you want to make some cloth armor or something before you go up there. I'm just going to make some quick cloth. Just for a little bit of added protection. I normally don't make armor, but I don't really want to screw this video up, so I'm going to do it just in case. It's not that hard to find a sheep and get out of there without dying. Alright, let's throw our armor on. Looking nice and snazzy. Hide the hat because the hat is ugly. And yeah, so basically I'm taking this little dirt track here on the map. This little dirt track leads up to the chalk hills. If you follow this, you shouldn't have any problem finding a sheep. Make sure you have your parachutes in your hotbar just in case you need to make a quick escape off the edge. You might come into little pesky creatures like this one. A 145 raptor just kind of jumped me. I wasn't even watching my screen, so it kind of scared me. It's hardest to hide from this one. As I said, it can get a little dangerous up here. So just keep your eye out. It's not too hard to get out if you're alive. So once you've reached the top of this little dirt track here, I usually go into orbit cam, or K mode if you're on PC. And just look around for a sheep. They shouldn't be too far really. But yeah, just have a run around in orbit cam. It shouldn't be too long before you find one. Over there are some of the dangers that I was talking about. I don't have a spyglass, so I'm just going to use the PlayStation zoom button. So they're Allosaurus. They can be quite annoying up here. Just try and avoid them. If you see them, run the opposite way. Look for a sheep in a different direction. This time I have got a little bit unlucky. I'm having to go a little bit deeper to find a sheep. Usually there'll be a sheep like as soon as you come up here somewhere to the left or the right. But I haven't been able to find one as of yet, so I'm going to have to go deeper in. It's usually not this difficult. You shouldn't have any problems. And there you go, just as I went over that rock. There's one right here. Level 60 Ovis. Just throw your bowler at it. What? As I was saying, just throw your bowler at it. And I'm pretty sure bows don't work for some reason. Yeah, they don't. I don't know why. You can't. This game's broken. So I just usually smack it with my metal pickaxe. They don't have much health. Once you kill the Ovis, use your pickaxe to harvest the mutton. I'm on small shrubs right now, which is 3 times taming, so I think it takes about, if I can remember, for a 145 PT, I think it takes about 13 mutton. So from a level 60 sheep, it should be pretty easy. Shouldn't have any problems. How much did I get? Actually, not that much, but that should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That may not be enough, but if it's not enough, I'll just finish it off on raw meat. That's fine. So now that you've got your mutton, head back to your PT, which was over this way. Now this is where your parachutes come in handy. You don't have to run all the way back. You can just line yourself up to where your PT is knocked out. So mine is knocked out just over here somewhere. I think it's just over this direction. Yeah, my PT is just knocked out around over that area over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to completely yeet myself off the edge and parachute. Saves the time running there. It's a lot easier, a lot quicker. Oh, there's a sheep right there. What do you know? See, and they can spawn down here a little bit further as well. The only problem about doing this is you are quite open. If someone on an RG or any sort of flyer sees you, they're probably going to want to kill you because you look like a juicy target. But on a low populated server like this, what the, someone's name is just one. Oh shit, there's a guy right there. And my game crashed. My game crashed right on top of a dude. Really? Yeah, not really sure what happened there. My PS4 just kind of crashed as soon as I came into someone in the game. So, I'm going to say that all my stuff has been taken, including the mutton. Which is kind of bullshit, but, you know, playing this game, I'm kind of used to it. And, well, he's torpored me, and I guess he's dropped my stuff. We'll just have to wake up and see what's in that bag. Hopefully this bag doesn't despawn. I don't know what he's dropped. It probably wouldn't be anything decent. I'm just hoping I have my mutton still. Oh, he's coming back on his PT. Why is he... Are you kidding? Bro, this game is just straight toxic. What? Well, this is Ark summed up in a nutshell. They completely just torpor you like you have beef with them. But I haven't seen these guys before in my life. They just noticed I blue screen, so they decided to keep me torpored. Wow, man, I was just about to finish the video. They ruined it. I knew something like this would happen. This game's toxic as fuck. Anyway, I think you guys get the gist of it. What I was going to do was parachute back to my Pteranodon, feed it that mutton, and then by the time you get back to your... by the time the Pteranodon's tamed and you get back to your little area where the forge and your smithy is, you should have a fair bit of metal cooked up, depending on how many forges you have. If you've got 2 forges, you're going to have better production. So by the time that Pteranodon's tamed up, you should have about, I don't know, roughly around 100 ingots to make some flak and some metal tools. And then boom, you've got, you know, metal tools and a tamed PT. I'm sorry I couldn't show you in absolute, like, proof. I couldn't show you in the game. But these dickheads decided to kind of ruin it. But yeah, you guys get the point. But if you found the video helpful, please do subscribe. We're on the road to 300. I think we're about 8 subscribers off. That's going to be a huge milestone for me. I've been wanting to hit 300 for a long time. Apologies again that I couldn't show I couldn't complete the video in full, but you know what Ark's like. You got people like this. I don't know what his goal is, but apologies I couldn't finish the video. I did get the majority of it done, but yeah, if you did enjoy, please subscribe, hit the like button, let me know what you think of the video in the comments. Also, next week I should have a Crystal Isles series in the works, because it's releasing on console, I think next Wednesday. I'm going to be doing a series on that with a couple of my friends, so like the video if you're keen to see that. Let me know in the comments if you're down to watch. It would just be unofficial with some of my friends. We're aiming to try and become pretty big. But that's all I've got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.